Okay, everybody, welcome back to the Lechtech Musar podcast. We continue with Pele Yoeitz. We're on page 51 of the art scroll. We are on day 17 of Hachzik. Now we are shifting. We are moving to another sugya of love. We were talking about children before, and now we're going to shift and talk about ahavas ish v'isha, the love, the bond between husband and wife. Ahavas ish v'isha hu davar shebechayva she'er b'neim ahava azah. Love between a man and his wife is something absolutely essential, and there must be a complete and potent bond of closeness formed between them. V'nasche b'ahavas ish l'ishtoi, and we will begin with a discussion of the love a man must have for his wife. We're familiar with the basic parameters of this devotion. For Chazal teach us in Yevamis, Shechayv lahava kegufo lechada yoisim megufo, famous Gemara, that a man is obligated to love and respect her, his wife, like one's own self, and honor her even more than one's own self. The affection that comes into play, specifically regarding a husband and wife, allows them to have a relationship where they enjoy each other's company and share each other's interests with the ultimate goal of refinement and growth. And however, at the same time, even though we're saying that one must love his wife unconditionally, boundless, ceaseless love, he must be sure that his love for his wife does not detract from his commitment to Avodas Hashem. Hizir hatana al tar besicha meisha beishto amru shekol marbe sicha meisha goim rola asma uvoyt midver tov sof yesh gehenim va'amar besein zechoin levracha hailich acher atzes ishto nefa begehenim ilu zois kol arm yasir bedas uchamesh amru shetei smol doiche yamin mekareves. So the Pele Yoeitz over here is telling us is that while we are mechuyev to be mechaber our wives, to love our wives like ourselves and be mechaber them more than ourselves, to honor them more than ourselves, but at the same time, we have to be careful and vigilant that one must be sure that his love for his wife does not detract from his commitment to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to Avodas Hashem, as we see in these sources. And the Pele Yoeitz uses a very a very relevant mashal, very apropos mashal. And he says, as you see the Gemara in Sanhedrin, the whole thing, this whole thing is together, fits into the parameters of push away with your left, but at the same time bring with your right. And what does that mean? What's going on over here? What does it mean? We have our wives. We're supposed to be mekarv with our right, but push away with the left because of Hashem. So to understand this, to explain this, I once saw from Rav Victor Miller. He shares perspective just on this. He says a person can get very comfortable in this world. Those Baruch Hashem are zeichet to have families, to be married, to have a wife and children. It creates a safety net, a safe haven. Hopefully, we daven for that. Shalom bayis, peace, harmony in the home. We have children, and we get comfortable. And that's the way it's supposed to be. We breathe for them, literally. We work for them, we sacrifice for them, we build our homes around them, and ultimately we fill our hearts with them. We're a family, we're a unit, we're one, and that's the way HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants it. But there's a sobering truth we dare not forget, which is what the Pele Yoeitz over here is saying. And that is that on the day of judgment, they won't be there with us. Not because they don't love us, not because they don't want to be, but because they can't. And Rav Victor Miller would say that as much as we find security in our family, and as dear as they are to us, and they are everything, but they cannot carry us through that moment of raw truth, of reflection, possibly and hopefully not of remorse, of guilt, loss of opportunity, not becoming who we could have become, On that din, Yom HaGadol V'Neira, L'Achem Evesim, with the Kadosh Baruch Hu. In that moment, it's only you, standing before Hashem. Stripped of roles, bereft of titles, it's just you. And the version of you that no one else sees, the thoughts, the choices, the small victories, the quiet failures. It's the moment when Hashem puts his hand on your shoulder and says, talk to me. I want to hear your voice. Not your resume, not your family photos. I want you. And it's hard to hear, but it's not meant to break us. It's meant to wake us up. As Chazal say, as the Pele Yoeitz over here is telling us, Smol doichev yamin mikreves, the left hand that pushes, but the right hand that pulls close. Hashem gives us this lonely truth not to frighten us, but to guide us. And Hashem says, you spent your life giving to others, around your family, around the security net, that safety net. Now give something to me. Give me you. So as we keep loving our wives, our children, as we spoke about in the previous prakim, we keep giving to our children, we hold them closer than ever. But we also prepare for that moment. We build ourselves quietly, daily, privately, so that when we stand alone, it won't be terrifying. It will be intimate, and the ones we lived for, although they won't be for us in that moment, but if we live right, they'll be the reason that we stand strong. That's the concept over here. That's what it means, that we have our wives, we have our children, we love them more than anything, and it's a security, and it's safe, and it's good, and it's geschmack. But at the same time, one cannot let that interfere with his relationship and his commitment to Avodas Hashem, because at the end of the day, on Yom HaGadol V'Neira, Hashem says, it's me and you. Moving on, the Ikar Ahava hi Ahavas HaNefesh, V'olav mutal lechicha b'naim secha adricha b'daicha, and it's nius, and the same thing as we said previously, everything has to stem from Ahavas Hashem, and that has to translate, that goes into how you love your wife. And it should be a place, I love Hashem, and therefore I love my wife. And in that way, you're going to be able to be madracher, you're going to be able to help her, with mitzvahs, and stay away from anger, vulgar speech, saying Hashem's name in vain. So if Hashem is the backdrop, if Hashem is the context, if Hashem is the ultimate goal, He's the finish line, He's the starting line, He's the middle line, He's everywhere, He permeates the entire marriage, the Mela, everything makes sense. There's no strife, it's all Eibishter. So we're trying to do the best, we're trying to keep each other in line, so then it's good. But if not, then Chas v'Shalom, that's where kitata, strife, and bickering, and those type of things can seep in, can infiltrate. But when there's the strongest implementation that we're here for us in Hashem, and the love of our spouse, it stems from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, puts everything into place. All the pieces are laid out. We put them together in harmony, in unison, and hopefully successfully and happy together. All the mitzvahs, Shabbos, brachos, etc. In addition, you teach her all the halachas, and you go through Divrei Musar, and we work on refining each other. And with that, then you can teach her the severity of sins. And when you do so, her heart will truly tremble with Yiras Shamayim. You will feel good as a husband, and ultimately she'll be more vigilant than her husband. And together, it will bring amazing, tremendous Kvei Shamayim.